We'll go contestant 1, contestant 2, contestant 3. Contestant 1, tell me what your wife's favorite food is.
Mexican.
Mexican, is that correct?
Very correct.
Okay, and what's his favorite food?
Spaghetti.
Is that correct?
That's a good one.
Wait a minute. Who's got the pens? Because I got to keep scoring. Oh, here, buddy. Watch out for her. She's keeping all my pens.
I've got them right now in here, so you know, because I think Gail's a cheater.
Are you
I did have brains for
She likes
him.
Mexican guys.
She crossed out.
Yeah.
How long y'all been married?
What's the other one? Yeah.
How long y'all been married?
35.
35 years and you don't know what his favorite food is?
I don't know what his favorite color is even.
Okay, let's go ahead and we'll skip question 2 then. Shrimp. What's her favorite food?
Shrimp.
Okay, oh, I forgot. Let me put a point down for y'all. Contestant 1, got 1. Okay, contestant 2, is it shrimp? Good. And what's his favorite food?
Anything beef. Like
Anything beef, is that correct?
Right.
All right, a true Husker. It's beef, I'm eating it. Contestant number 3, what's her favorite food?
Salmon.
Is it salmon? You go to Applebee's and get the salmon meal? How long y'all been married?
18 years.
18 years, and he looked to her for the end.
He's got it right, though.
Let me tell you something, if you don't know already, for those of you that are younger than me, which is most everybody here, I know this from working in the restaurant business. I've been doing it for 20 years, and the wife women are just absolutely brilliant. Men are dumb. Now let me tell you why, real quickly. Men are dumb. They're not dumb in a stupid kind of way, they're just dumb in a kind of a slow way. Like when they're lost, they will stay lost until they either run out of gas or they're tired of hearing you talk. So what do? Women are smart. They go, honey, look what I got you for your birthday. I got you a GPS. My birthday's not for 3 months. I know, but I was thinking of you today because I love you so much in your life. And men will buy that. Yeah, my wife loves me enough. She bought me a birthday present 3 months. I didn't know. She thinks you're a dummy. You don't know where you're around, so she's doing that. It's not like the old days. You go turn south at the tree. You'll go about 8 miles and you turn north at that old shed. The one they tore down? Okay, so you guys are going to be in trouble. 18 years and you looked at her for the answer. That was good, didn't she? We actually eat at Applebee's. I don't remember eating it. It's okay. The food's not that great.
It's not my favorite.
Okay, you ready? Contestant number 1. He hates to be interrupted when he's doing what? And then, sir, she hates to be interrupted when she's doing what? I shouldn't have said contestant 1, I apologize. All of you get the same question. Hey.
I'm done.
I know, but he can see your answer.
Well, then I can tell
I'm not playing bridge with you.
And you forgot to ask what Greg's favorite food is.
Greg, what's your favorite food?
No, I answered for
No,
her.
what's yours?
Oh, that's right. You need to answer. What's his favorite food?
Steak.
Steak?
Well, however you want to look at it.
Okay. Thank you for getting them on that. I should have took your point away. You got me off track when you two were looking for each other on salmon. Has everybody answered?
Yes.
Greg, you're first. What does she hate to be interrupted when she's doing what?
Sleeping.
Oh, yeah. And
Good.
him is working in the shop.
Is that correct? All right, good. We'll give you a point. Couple of contestant number 3. Okay, how about you, sir? What does she hate to be interrupted doing?
When she's thinking of her schoolwork.
You're a teacher?
Well, retired, so I'm retired.
That's okay. You can still think.
They said,
So is that correct what he said?
when I was full-time, yeah, probably.
But not now?
When I
Oh
was
boy.
Uh-oh.
I'm gonna have
It's a different
to,
game
we'll
now.
have to debate that with all the folks here, but whether or not I give you that point. How long you been married?
43 years.
43 years?
It's a long time.
I know, I'm 45. And I hurt real bad when I get up in the morning to walk, and I can't imagine being with somebody for 43 years, but I have been with somebody for a while. Go ahead, man. What's his thing? He hates being interrupted.
When he's probably downstairs in the shop.
Are you kidding me? Another shop?
Yeah.
Guys, which one of y'all, how many of these guys here don't want to be interrupted when you're in the shop working? Just these 2. Men are dumb. I was gonna say at Applebee's, you know how I know? Because the woman always has the credit cards. Always. I'll have a young couple come in, I'll say, how would y'all like to pay cash? If I have to go help, I usually manage them, but if I have to go get them, I say, how would you like to pay cash or credit? She said, hang on a minute. I'm just like, honey, which card do you want to use, MasterCard? I don't know. Take that one, please. I said, it's got his name on it. Yeah, well, all the stuff has his name. I keep it. All right, sir, go ahead. What's the thing? She hates to be interrupted.
I said HGTV.
Is that correct?
That's wrong.
Oh! What is it you hate to be interrupted?
There's another one. Can you not guess it?
I hope it's not in the back.
Martha Stewart.
Just so y'all know, if you come over and she's watching HGTV or Martha Stewart, just go home. Don't bother her.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see how you do. What's the thing he hates?
Sleeping. I said, well, he's sleeping.
That's scary that each of you couples
Yeah.
either has one or the other of sleeping or being in the
Yeah,
shop.
yeah.
You don't have a shop?
Yes, I do.
So who has a shop? Nobody has a shop in here. None of you guys. I have a shop and I don't even go in there.
He's in there all the time.
I hate going in this shop. It's dirty, it's dusty, it's near the outhouse. Yeah, we still have all that stuff, it's all still there. Lord, I'm doing the caretaker bit. I'm taking care of my grandparents' house. I go around and I find stuff. I found a Christmas card. Some of the stairs broke, and so I took them apart. There's a Christmas card in there from like 1955 from some guy that my grandfather knew. And I sent it back to him. I said, obviously they didn't want it from you. It was under the stairs. No, I didn't do that. It was a very nice Christmas card. It was kind of funny though, because to see something from that many years ago, I sent it to the Smithsonian. I'm hoping they'll put it in and people will come in and say I generously donated that Christmas card. Are you ready? Now we're going to get ugly. Guys and gals, are you ready? The first time you met the other one's mother-in-law, you thought what? Be honest. Raise your right hand. I swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, even if I don't like her mother-in-law. And remember, this is all in fun.
And we're talking a lot of years ago, you realize.
Yeah.
Well, wait a minute. How old are you?
I'm 62.
Yeah, but you look like you're 42, so you're
There you
okay.
go. There you go.
That's the truth, though.
There you go.
You married a younger one. It's not like, you said you've been together how many years?
35.
35 years. She's still alive or no?
Yeah.
Just the way she said that! You're here? Get the heck out of here! You're ruining the whole game! You gotta tell me that stuff! You wouldn't go to a guy and go, hey, before you got married, what gal did you go hang out with? And she's here in the place. You would go, no, you need to leave. You have a doggone fight right here. Okay, well, I'll tell you what's your name?
Arlene.
Arlene, I'll tell you what. Just to be nice, don't write anything bad about her. Just be polite, and if you didn't like her, just say, her hair really bothered me. But always put the word but. Anytime you're going to complain about somebody or say something bad, always include the word but. Why? Because you go, I didn't like them, but they were always nice to me. That's what I do when I worked at Applebee's. So that guest at table 42 is driving me crazy, but they always come in. Okay, are we ready? What is that noise?
Cell phone maybe?
No, you don't want a guy who does comedy answering your phone, because I will throw a monkey wrench in your program. I can do accents like nobody's business. Hello, this is her lover. How are you? Yes, we're in the middle of sleeping together right now. I know she's 83, I'm 25. Okay, we're ready? Okay, Greg, it's all you. What did you think about her mother-in-law when you met?
I thought, what a nice lady. And she's not even here.
Hey, Greg. Greg, you know, I used to be a cop. I got hurt on the job. Yeah, if you didn't know, I was a road patrolman for 6 years in Fort Lauderdale, and I've met all kind of people who have fibbed.
It's true.
I hear you talking, Greg. You know what we do? We run into people, tell them our name, and say, hi, Greg, how are you? And then if y'all didn't know this, when I run into people and I knew they were vagrants, I said, what's your name? They say, I'm Bob. And I said, Jim? When's your birthday? 12/26/65. I said, okay, is it Jim or is it Bob? Oh, Jim. Well, wait a minute, is it Bob or Jim? Do you have any ID? No. Greg, where's your ID? Okay, Arlene, honey, he loves you.
My mother-in-law's not here.
Arlene, he loves you. Arlene, look at it this way, no matter what, even though you don't know, but you know Greg? Greg, Arlene, Greg. If his mother-in-law is not alive, even though he likes her, we'll get you a ticket and you can go visit. If he's here in Brainerd, you can drive. Okay. What do you think about his mother-in-law?
Well, I must have misunderstood. He thought my mother was his favorite mother-in-law because his ex-mother-in-law didn't like him.
Does anybody know where that Windsor went to?
I think I need some too.
What was I supposed to do, 45 minutes? We're just going to keep right on going. I got a friend that has a bar nearby. I'm going to call him and say, hey, bring some bottles over. We're getting drunk.
You know, my
Good
mother-in-law's
Catholics
a
can
nice
get drunk.
lady
It's okay.
too.
Well, all moms now, let's clear the record now. All moms are absolutely wonderful. But there are those moms who can, like my Aunt Donna, the militant potluck woman, who can kind of get on your nerves. And that's why I always put a little stuff in her drink from the VA to help her out. Coumadin. Go ahead.
Well, the first time I met my mother-in-law, I thought to myself, well, by golly, she is this old, that's what my future wife will look like.
Okay. That is actually the truth. Who's done that? You're not doing it to, you look and you think, but I'm sure they're a beautiful woman. But you look at it and you go, where's your mother at? Is that your mother? She's really nice. I met a girl named Roxanne. She spelled her name the traditional way. You know what the traditional is, right? R-O-C-K-S-A-N-D. Roxanne. She was a lot of fun at a party. I never did remember if we ever left together, but we always went. Okay, what'd you think about his mother-in-law? Your mother-in-law?
Mother-in-law, a little standoffish, didn't like new people too well.
Uh-oh. So you were from two different towns?
No, we were from the same area.
From the same area, and she thought you knew
No, she
people?
was always just kind of, didn't say much.
How big was the town?
Well, I lived in Dwight originally, by Dwight on the.
Okay, and you lived in Dwight as well?
Brainerd.
Brainerd. Where's Dwight from here? I know it's close.
10 miles.
And
south.
she knew people.
Well, actually, we didn't.
You couldn't find somebody here in Brainerd? You had to go get a woman from... Well, I can't even say Dwight.
Well, actually, it was old at that time.
It was below. All right, moving on. How about, talk to me. What'd you think of her mother-in-law? And let me ask you something. Even though she's on the car, she can get out of there, right? Okay, well then you can watch what you say. Because after talking to her, I think she can handle herself.
Well, I thought she was exceptionally nice, but when I met her, I asked her husband if I could marry her daughter.
Wait a minute. Could you tell, this is one of those things where you go, where'd you hear that from? Well, it was her sister's brother, cousin on the other side. I heard from him. What was that now?
Fourth block down.
That's exactly right. So you asked her,
I
what?
asked her dad if I could marry his daughter when I met her.
Somebody write this down. He asked his dad if he could marry his daughter. You asked your dad if you could marry her?
Her dad.
You asked her dad, which would be your grandfather, on the grandfather. Look, buddy. Okay, you know what? If somebody doesn't call a psychiatric hospital, I will. You asked her father, Arlene's father.
Oh, my dad.
Arlene's husband.
Gail's.
My dad.
Oh, you know? Okay, so you thought okay, so if you asked him, what'd you think of him?
Great.
Great guy.
Yep.
That's just because you guys had that camaraderie thing. It's like playing football. How's that guy on that team? He's great.
He asked me if I drank Coors beer, and I said yes. He said, that's all we need to know.
Just gonna make a note of that, please. You live in Brainerd?
But I do go to the VA once in a while.
Oh, are you kidding? When do you go so I know not to be there? I'll come come around the corner, it'll be you and her sitting there, and I'll go, look, no. I'm here for an end of stuff, and I don't want anybody to know. Okay, what'd you think of his mother-in-law?
I said, she wasn't so crazy after all.
You all know that the Lord's truth is that you lecture your young ones about how they behave, but you all were terrors when you were younger. You just lie. My grandmother, she was a completely positive and never involved herself in any kind of foolishness, but she danced. That's how they met. They were at a dance, and I said, "Well, you danced. You listened to music. What you listen to? Charleston? That's kind of that's a funny dance. I've seen that. You watch that movie, What a Wonderful Life, with Jimmy Stewart? They do the Charleston. You ever seen that? That's a pretty darn slick dance. I can't even do it. Okay, good deal. Everybody, you guys are 1 point ahead of everybody right now. You shouldn't be, but you are. Okay, are we ready? Now we're going to take it another step higher. On your honeymoon. I'll let you think on that one for a couple seconds to get started. We got 18, 43, and 35 years. See, that riddling works. I took one before I came, and I'm remembering everything. After the magic, he did what? Ladies only. You're among friends. It's okay. They're not going to talk. You guys aren't going to go out and like tell other people, are they? You're not going to like leave here and go, that comedian, you would not believe what he asked. He asked them after their honeymoon, after the magic, which really was polite, but it's still, but he still asked. Tell me when you're ready.
I'm ready.
Okay? You're scaring me. You know why? You're left-handed. I don't trust left-handed people. They're more intelligent. Beware of left-handed people. If you don't know, they're more intellectual. They'll tell you something like he did. It was his grandmother's mother on his father's side. Does he like spaghetti? He don't know. He looks to her. Yes, I like it. My wife said yes, so yes, I like spaghetti. Okay, we're ready? Okay, you go first. On your honeymoon, after the magic, he did.
He went skiing.
Are you lying? Did you go by yourself?
Kids with us.
Did the Pope know? Or because that whole thing is kind of. Okay, he went skiing. And you went too with the kids and everything.
Uh-huh.
What a good dad. How many kids do you have?
3.
Boys or girls?
Both.
Both. Who's oldest, a boy or a girl?
Boy.
The boy's the oldest, and the youngest is
Boy, girl, boy.
boy, girl, boy. So that's $2.4 million. I notice you don't have a ring on, so you know where your money's going. Okay.
Went to sleep.
He went to sleep. He didn't watch football or like go out for a drink, take her out gambling. Where was your honeymoon at?
Colorado,
Denver. There's a state. We need a more specific location.
Colorado Springs.
And so you were in Colorado Springs. You went to a lovely hotel for your honeymoon and
And we stayed the first night.
showed her how much you loved her. What now?
Stayed the first night in York, Nebraska.
Well, yeah, I know where York is. I'm just disappointed that that's where you spent your first. Are y'all ready for this story?
You guys are planning ahead very well.
Men are slow. No, well, that was sweet. You took New York, you spent the night in York, and then you drove all the way. What kind of car were you driving at that time? Yep. Did you drive to Denver?
63 Pontiac.
Ooh. I wish I had that car now. I'd pay you for it.
Junkyard.
Well, now?
It's in a junkyard somewhere.
That's too bad. That's a beautiful automobile. All right, so he went to sleep. All right, is that correct? Okay. Here we go. Arlene, if he's lying, you don't have one of them machines, do you? You know, I don't mean to get kind of funny, but I just kind of probably wasn't a good idea for you. Okay.
Okay. He picked me up from the road.
Were you in York?
I was in Big Bear.
And he picked you up on the road?
From, yeah.
Were you married?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, because I'm thinking like he was driving down the road and he saw you, he said, get in, and you said, where do you want to go? Let's go get married.
Now, you should ask him what I was doing.
Well, who wants to know what he was doing driving down the road? What were you doing? What was she doing?
Bobsled.
What the heck was going on? She was bobsledding and you just stopped and picked her up?
No, I was on it.
Let me get this right, you were on a bobsled and you picked her up.
I went too far and I ended up on the road. I slid too far.
And that's how you got the machine. Most people have something more dramatic, like I fell out of a helicopter, or I was water skiing and I hit an alligator. I fell off my sled.
Yep.
So you picked her up off of her toboggan thing, sled, whatever it was, I forget,
On the road, yeah.
on the road, and you went on your honeymoon.
No, we were there.
Would you like some medicine?
Yeah.
You were there, or you were going, or?
We were there. Although our first night, we too stayed in our apartment and we had, everybody short sheeted the sheets and there was cornflakes in there. There was Vaseline on the toilet seat.
Vaseline on the toilet seat? I've never heard of that. That's great.
Yeah, no, it's not.
Who did that? Better than being in an outhouse.
Well, I don't know.
And then we thought it couldn't get any worse, so we went on our honeymoon. And then when we got back, it was 10 times worse.
What?
Total trash. Worse.
They trashed your car, or
Well,
what?
all the food was gone, different labels on the food, of course, and all the clothes were off the cabinets and
Freezer full of underwear.
yeah.
Freezer full of underwear. Arlene, honey, would you like a drink? You don't want to be a grandma and hear all that. You should probably think. She did it? Arlene! Come on, I need to do second. Did you put underwear in their fridge? Oh dear. I bet Father had a great time listening to your
They were
confession.
only friends when they met, when I met them, they were only friends.
Oh, that's how it all starts, isn't it? Me and Roxanne, we were friends until the light come on, and I seen her when I wasn't drunk, and I thought, phew. I got a horse that looks better. Okay, now we're gonna get a little personal, and then we're gonna stop and we'll go back. Who said I love you first? And you guys write it down, but don't be looking at nobody's answer. This is always the most tricky one, because you know, when you meet someone, who can attest to this, when you meet someone, you know you're in love, you kind of, do you want to wait for them to say it, or you want to say it first? Because if you say it first, and then they're not in love with you, and you don't want to get hurt, and da-da-da-da-da, right? Who's ever had that? Y'all looking at each other, who said I love you first? And then you went, I love you too. See, I know people are thinking it, so go ahead and write down who said I love you first, and then what I need to know, after they said it, did you say, what? What did you say after they said it? Did you go, oh, okay, that's great. Let's go get a coffee in York. They're sledding there. We'll find somebody on the road and we can go to Colorado Springs and go to sleep. Are you ready?
No.
You got your answer written down? Who said I love you first, and then what was the response? What's that one they do on that TV show? Hey! Everybody got an answer? We're good? No? We're still waiting. Maybe if you wrote with your right hand.
It's kind of a book for us, so.
It's a book?
Yeah.
Why haven't you written a story? I'd buy it, especially after I heard about the whole sledding thing.
There might be a book out of this.
You know, the worst part of this is, you know, you have the fun, you do the comedy and everything, and then everybody leaves, and for about 15 minutes while people are driving around, you go, think that was true? Because I don't think we should have them over to the house anymore. I like Arlene, she's sweet. But, you're over to my place, you're fun. Oh yeah, I definitely would have you over. I'd all have the booze out and the party, we'd have a great time. I got those things that go, okay. Do you?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, you all are fun. Okay, what are we doing? Are we ready? Okay, you go first, Greg.
I said I love you first.
Oh, you're witch.
Okay?
Hey, okay, give him a round of applause. Good job.
And she said she did too. She thought she did too.
Wait, I have to ask this. She said, I love you, I think too, or she just said, yeah, I think I do too?
That's what I remember.
Would anybody be uncomfortable with that response? Do you know how to fly the plane? I think so. Because if you don't, we're going to crash. Okay, what's your answer?
You're right, he did too.
Yay! Oh, y'all are going to have a lot to talk about on the way home. I think you do too.
You'd have had a good
Lord. When I said I love you, she looked at me and she said, you do? And then that was it. Like we went home and I thought the whole night for a guy, I'm going, how rude. You know what? Hello? No, I know you're sleeping. I know it's 2 o'clock. Do you love me or not? Yeah, me too. Go ahead. Who said I love you first?
I did it.
Hey! And what'd she do?
He looked at me and said,
All right. He did.
Boy, oh boy!
I wasn't ready to get married, sorry, I was going to school.
You were still going to school and you weren't ready to get married.
No,
But what do you do? I say I love you and then say, will you marry me?
I said I'm going to finish in some college first.
Boy, she wears the pants. Well, that's good. So you said I love you first. She just was overwhelmed with that, but she told you her response was, I'm going to college.
right? That's exactly what she did.
Education first, folks. Okay. You're on the spot.
Oh.
He wrote a book.
She did.
She did. You said I love you.
And I said, why?
How many of you are glad you're not up there? Arlene, honey, I'm a gal that does massage in David City. Maybe you should stop by tomorrow. Put on that mood music. You said why?
Why?
That's who it is, Teresa.
Yeah, she's very good looking.
Oh boy. Funny you should ask. That's absolutely correct. Okay, so what you
I
said?
know her.
Well, then you and I will get a massage after.
That's right.
We'll take Arlene and have her wait. What? So you said why?
I said, why? And then I said, I do too. Marry me.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
I do. Did he say that? Oh! How many of you want to know the rest of the story? Oh, Harvey!
Checkbook.
What? So what really happened? Don't be looking at her because we don't want to tell her. No one.
I did say me, I was the first one, and I kept telling him that he should marry me. And I would tell him he was going out with other women, and I would say, you should marry me. And I would say this over and over again, whenever we would be in the restaurant together. And I would just tell him he should marry me until one day he said, okay.
You know, what's the saying? Keep trying. At first you don't succeed, try again.
And
How about, go ahead.
And then I said, and so maybe we should go out. So we were engaged before we dated. And when I told Mom and Dad I was getting married, they had no idea who Ray was.
I told you.
So did you go back? I don't even know whose father, maybe just somebody you met on the road. And you said, I want to marry your daughter, and they just said, okay.
Who are you?
They said, who are you? Wow. You two are amazing. You were in California. Oh, wow. I was stationed in Northern California for 3 years, and I'm glad we had a fence around the base. This is the truth. I had a famous person from the 70s, extraordinarily famous, but in not the most nice way, living off base. Anybody want to take a wild guess?
70s?
Yep.
living off base, Northern
He
California.
didn't live off base, he was imprisoned off base, right outside the main
Is that
gate.
Marlon Brando's son, Mom?
No. Charles Manson. Manson lived right outside the gate, and they had protests all the time, and I actually didn't know much about the guy. When I read about him, I thought, holy smokes, I want to move. Psycho, but that's California. California, I think, really is just a detached state. They're connected by land, but that whole state is just, you know, after Ronald Reagan was an actor and he became president, then Arnold Schwarzenegger was an actor and he became governor. I just thought, yeah, well, you know what, you get what you pay for. Well, how about giving them a big round of applause? Isn't that great? Thank you all very, very much. You can keep your notes because they're personal. I don't want to unduly influence, like if somebody get a hold of those notes. Yeah, write a book. If you haven't written a book, y'all need to write a book. Understand what $1? Yeah. Don't be stealing my pen. They were $1 at the dollar store, so if you want to keep it, it's okay. You don't want to? I use them at Applebee's, so when people keep them, I don't care. She knew what when she said what?
When you asked where they were, she goes, we were in the restaurant.
Uh-oh.
She said, I love you. We were in the restaurant. You know, restaurant. Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, what?
Well,
Why?
we had a few announcements we were supposed to make, and I was told not to make them. How'd y'all enjoy the potluck dinner? Now, as far as the entertainment, how'd you like the food? Oh my gosh. Is she really? We have a good time going there. I had such a time when I go in there and she's a hoot to talk. Did she tell you she came to Applebee's with your son-in-law and I gave him a whole head for his birthday? I told him, you should be that. Did she tell you? I love her and love her. Yes.
She told me tonight. So Mommy goes to the store, and I'm going,
Oh, here, let me get that. I'm gonna make
and then when I came in here, and I thought, oh my God, I bought a gift shit when he comes to my store. What do they do?
You know it. I'm not in the woods.
And
You
go up there and you get the corresponding
Oh,
number,
I know. She,
or corresponding
very
gift that
fortunate.
you know.
Wonderful mother and
You get to keep that gift. If that person comes up, they
kids
take
are
their
pretty good. I've
gift,
seen whether
they want yours, you're out, and you get what they got. The next person comes up, number 3, she gets, if she wants it, he or she wants it, they keep it, otherwise, you're fair game. And there's a whole lot of changing and whoever gets it, whatever. All right. All right, who's got it? Who's got it? We got a number.
she would bring it in, but there's still a point where it's, Mom, don't tell me that, variables and all that stuff.
We used to just respond by you and Judy?
Boy, don't you know. Well, it's my No. Do like grandpa said, they're behind. Now you can't even do that. I get that, I understand it because I was. Well, we're not talking about you guys. Grandpa, I tell you what, that old man. He had a switch, and he didn't tell me either. He's like, no, I don't remember.
It's SSST, yeah, STDL.
Hello. Well, thank you. What's your name? Hi, Jenny. How are you, Michael? Good. How are you? Oh my God, I'm tired. I gotta go right sit on the front yard.
Right, yeah.
What? I saw the golf cart when I Y'all headed out? Yeah. Good night. Thank you so much for coming. Thank you for coming. Your birthday's tomorrow. Well, happy early birthday. 29. Boy, that's a deal. I'd like to be 29.
My dad.
Yeah, but you do that. You should have talked to me. Where's that? Good night, folks.
Highway 81. Right there.
You're welcome. Thank you. Very nice to meet you, Pat.
Tarjay.
Oh, yes, yes, yes.
Hi, good evening. This is Michael Lachance with Entertainment Weekly, now starring with Vicki Kirkman, who starred in True Grit 2. She's up for Best Actress.
Oh.
Vicki, what are you wearing tonight?
I'm wearing a vintage 1970 very long dress. Not a very wang, very long, but it's lovely, isn't it?
It is lovely.
Yes,
You look
yes.
absolutely stunning. And now, how do you feel about your nomination for Best Actress?
It's such an honor to be among all the other women, but you know, I really think I'm the best. Yes. I
Really?
Think, yes,
And
yes.
have you thought about Haley, that's in True Grit? She's up for a Best Actress nomination as well.
Yeah, yeah. She's just a kid. Give it to the old fart, okay? Come on.
Okay.
All right.
Well, good luck. I wish you the best. I hope you come out well on it.
Did you
look at the
notice?
beautiful jewelry.
Yes, I think it's the Hope Diamond. Although I'm hoping it's. I don't think it is a diamond, so I'm hoping I get a diamond. But the Hope Diamond, okay?
Well, if you have hope, then you hope to win, right?
I do, Michael.
Well,
Yes,
congratulations. Good luck.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, Joanne Luker with us tonight. Joanne is up for a Best Supporting Actress nomination in the movie Let Loose Be Loose.
Of course, of
Joanne,
course.
who did your dress tonight?
Tarjay.
Tarjay, very good. And
Tarjay does all my gowns.
very nice. I'm sorry. And how do you feel about your chances of winning Best Supporting Actress?
Oh, I'm sure it'll work out great.
I know.
I'm positive.
Are you concerned at all about the competition?
Oh, no, no. We all like each other. We all.
And now you're recently divorced now. As your husband, do you feel kind of awkward that he's coming tonight with another actress?
He is?
That'll be all. Thank you very much for joining us tonight, Joanne. I wish you the best.
What?
Very.
Last night as I got home, about 10:30, there was the woman I thought I knew in the arms of another man. I kept my cool, I ain't no fool. Let me tell you what happened then. I packed some clothes and I walked out, and I ain't